Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the 11U National Flag Football Championship. The Chandler Raiders versus All Out. And it's going to be All Out in purple and the Chandler Raiders in the Raiders silver and black. Here is the handoff. Going to go and take it up. Number 20 right up the middle and is stopped after a short gain.
Typically, you start the game with something you think you're going to do pretty consistently. That handoff looks like it's going to be something that will be important for All Out to do.
And here's the handoff. They're going to fake that motion again. There was a defender right in his face and does get the completion, and it's going to be first and goal for All Out. Very good play with a Raider right in his grill.
There was no one in the middle of the field. The handoff looks like it impacted the rusher a little bit, or the linebacker a little bit. The rusher did a good job of getting right in the quarterback's face, but left that middle of the field wide open in that zone. The Raiders have come out in, so we'll see what happens.
Same bunch formation. Here is the snap. There's the handoff. They just going with this motion. Nice spin move, and is going to go take that to the outside. It is now second down and goal for All Out.
It's not a block, but they're lining up in that bunch formation to impede the rusher a little legally.
Legally impede the rusher.
So they don't necessarily get a clear path to the quarterback, but they can't alter their route. They can't block him in any way. They've got to run their route. If they do that, it's a penalty.
Now here's a snap. Same motion. Fake this time. He's got somebody right in his grill, but this time he has the sack. Chandler Raiders putting a little bit of halt to this offensive All Out. It's going to be third down.
Nothing there. What you might see happen is they get actually foot to foot and get a little bit closer to get rid of that lane that rusher has. That lane that rusher has is just in the quarterback's face every time. That's an equivalent of a pressure in tackle football.
Well, here's a snap. He has somebody deep, but that ball is going to be well out of bounds and uncatchable.
He missed a receiver in the left slot wide open. I mean, wide open. But I think he had his eye set on the taller receiver to go up there and make a play like we've been talking about.
And if that play, if the pass is right on the money, he probably has a good chance of catching it.
Yes. Looks like he's one of the taller kids on the team.
And the Chandler Raiders are going to be taking the field now. This is going to be their first time on offense, and will they try to make a little space or just go for it? Here's a snap. They don't want the space. Oh, what an interception by All Out. Pick six on the board. They take away that quick slant. Jumps right in front of it. Look at this.
This is actually a middle linebacker. The center doubts immediately out to his right. Center's gone. Releases the center. The rusher comes from the left. He reads that the entire way.
What a play by number 24 of All Out, 6-0, feeling himself.
We say you can't coach height, but those instincts, that's something that's in you.
He saw it.
That's something that's in you. He read that like a book.
Man. And he's in middle school, so they're reading like, I don't know what kind of books they're reading, but he did an excellent job. It is 6-0 All Out, and now 7-0.
And just like that,
the offense didn't do it, but the defense said, hey, I got you. Don't worry about it.
We haven't seen many pick sixes today.
Not that clean.
No, that was nice. That was really, really nice. Now what you see is Chandler coming back out after one attempt at an offensive play. Quarterback's thinking, I don't want to do this again.
And they're going to go with the bunch, and they're just going more. And it's intercepted again, overthrown.
And I told you it's in the quarterback's head. He definitely didn't want to throw another interception. Just threw it a little too high, and All Out comes out with the ball again.
The Chandler Raiders are now 2 for 2 All Out. 1 touchdown and 1 completion.
Wow.
1 for 2 for touchdowns to the other team.
158 QBR.
That's right. Negative 158 QBR. But that's okay. Again, if they play defense here, it's still just a one-possession game. They just can't hang their head.
Chandler's already stopped him once.
Right.
They stopped him again, and they didn't score on defense.
That's that handoff motion, going to go up the middle, makes a spin move, and he is stopped short of the touchdown. Yeah, it's again, I want to emphasize 2 possessions in flag.
Oh,
That's whatever.
Absolutely.
You can, especially early, you can get through that.
Absolutely. You could see what's going to happen here. When Chandler has the ball on offense, they're going to stretch the field.
Right.
So it looks like they're going to have the opportunity to try and stretch the ball down the field multiple times. They're not afraid.
No.
We've seen them try and do that over and over and over again.
He threw a pick six, came back, threw another interception. I would assume that they don't care. He's going to get that ball again. And he almost was able to get his hands on that as the defensive player. It was like maybe a couple inches off of his fingertips, but instead it is a touchdown for all out, 13-0 over the Raiders.
I have to tell you, those all-out uniforms are looking nice.
When I get a little bit closer,
Those
get
are
that little fade going on in the shorts
absolutely.
and the shirt.
Those are looking nice. The Raiders, of course, you can't go wrong with silver and black.
Right, and they have the Raiders logo on it.
But those
Hopefully
kids,
the NFL doesn't see that and get mad.
those kids have got to pick their head up, come back out on this next possession.
Well, get this one, right? Make sure that they don't score the conversion. They're going to throw it deep, and there it is. All right, 13. Now, it's a two-possession game, but it's a two-possession game where you can take the lead.
And you get the ball back after half.
Right. So everything's fine here. Well, I don't say fine, but everything's within reach. Just, all right, your last two passes went to the other team. Give me something easy. Just something to complete. There you go. Now he's going to go ahead and bring it towards the middle of the field. Now they're completing things to their team.
That's the ideal completion on first down. Quarterback had already thrown 2 interceptions. You take the ball out of his hands, let somebody else throw it, calm his nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
See if he can come back and win this game.
Here's a snap. There is the handoff. They've definitely taken it out of hands, and there is a completion down the field, first down for the Raiders. And the answer was, my guy, I know you threw those first two passes to the other team. You don't get to throw no more. Go do it in another place on the field.
I think he's going to have the opportunity to throw again. I think they were just trying to calm his nerves a little bit. But the receiver who's caught the last two passes line up in the slot on your left side. Watch him coming across the middle of the field, right past number 24.
They're going to bring him back. He's going to go hand it off. Yeah, they just took it out of his hand. Let him be a playmaker somewhere else. And that's okay, right? If you were having a hard time at QB and they say, hey, the coach says, I just need you at another position, go be an impact player for me, that is saying that the ultimate sacrifice for him.
It is.
For the team. And I know it's rough. It's hard.
That's like Carson Wentz and Nick Foles, right?
Sometimes the guy behind you, you just have to take a back seat.
You wish you had Carson Wentz this year? Nick Foles this year?
Yeah, of course. Of course I did. When Carson went down, I was like, call Nick. Get him out of Jacksonville. All right, here's a snap. They're going to go ahead and hand it off, and it is not a double handoff. He's going to stop and send it right back to the QB. They do not get it that time.
All Out played that blitz perfectly. Once that ball is handed off, you do not have to be past the 7-yard marker to blitz, and they blitz, putting some pressure on the second QB, and that incomplete pass leaves them with a 3rd and long. They've got to score. So you're going to see the all-out defenders all the way back to the end zone because they've got to score. All you have to do is be careful, though, because if they throw the ball short and you miss a flag, you give up a score.
Here we go. Bunch formation for the Raiders. There's a snap. There is no motion time. He's going to go ahead and keep this. Makes that throw, and he comes down with it. My man only throws touchdowns. It's either to your team. It's like Jameis Winston. We balling. Somebody's getting a touchdown. It's either you or me. This time it goes to the Raiders, 6-13 in favor of all out.
Watch this replay. He lines up on the right side of your screen, runs a corner route. Quarterback drifts right a little bit, and son, you got bossed.
No, son and son. And two of them. You got double moss.
A double moss. A roll out right, back in the end zone.
Oh, he puts his feet down. That's caught.
The Raiders said, we ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
We right here.
Look, I want to talk about
right here.
this. Look, my guy opened the game, pick 6, got the ball back, threw another interception. He gets basically the ball taken out of his hands. They bring it down the field, and when it counted, coach said, go ahead.
Make a play.
Make that play.
But you calm his nerves down. You let them see we can make completions here.
The decision still wasn't great. He still did throw it into double covered, and his man made a play.
The end result
is touchdown. And it is now a one. Oh, no flag pull. Still going. That's going to be a first down for all out. But one possession game. But I can see why they go back to him. His arm. He didn't really even get set. He just kind of just had a rocket out there.
It looked like he wanted to waggle right just a little bit. He didn't. He just came right back to it. But no mistake about it, number 17 made a heck of a catch.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see all out with that replay getting back to midfield, and now they are looking to strike. Number 4, our QB gets a snap. He's got somebody right in his face and dodges, takes it to the left. That's going to be an interception. Here we go. The Raiders missed one guy, missed. Oh, he doesn't make him miss.
What a play. And that was caused by the pressure from the rush. If you see the rusher coming in, if you see here, the rusher lines up, full steam ahead. They line up in that bunch formation. He comes through, puts pressure on the quarterback. He can't set his feet and throw. He throws off balance. Interception. Big play for the Raiders.
You know what? I think he might have had it if he just went straight. Instead of trying to juke him back into the middle of the field. If he just kept running.
I agree.
He might have had that, but the Raiders.
He's definitely one of the playmakers. Line up in that slot again.
All right, look, they go back to their original QB. No help back there. He's got that arm, but
Drop interceptions lead to touchdowns.
That was a touchdown for all out.
That was definitely a touchdown for all out. That's something he's going to be thinking about all night.
It's funny. It's late here in Tampa. This is classic Jameis Winston play.
What is you and Jameis? What's wrong with you and Jameis?
My man has got 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions.
He
because
heard
sometimes
they were doing a 30 for 30 for him.
They said 30 for 30. I'm balling. Anyway, here's the issue. He's just staring down his guy, and you can't do that. Got to give it a little bit, and they take it out of his hands again. And look at that throw right before the no-run zone. And here's the thing is I feel like you got to stick with this kid. He's been making great throws, putting it on the money, doing something. The other, again, I don't want to talk anything bad about him, but it's just a matter you got to go with what's working.
Well, the difference, though, is the kid who's throwing the ball now is getting the ball after the ball's handed off. So you don't have that initial rusher coming at you. The initial rusher is going at the initial quarterback. So you have a little bit more time. It's a little bit easier. And as a coach, you're going to put the person who is able to make those passes and make the decisions under that pressure in that situation. So I see exactly what you're saying, but now you leave the threat of him at quarterback faking that and handing that off, or faking it and throwing it down the field. I think the Raiders are looking to punch this thing.
In this particular play, though, I think you do go back to your original QB because he's got what?
About 6 yards.
Yeah, and he's outside of the run zone. So now he has that option if he doesn't have to worry about throwing it all the way down the field. He can make a move, maybe make somebody miss, and just make a short pass. Get his confidence together, like you were saying, and here we go.
We're on third down. They're putting the taller defender on him so he doesn't get mossed. I see a slant coming from the center.
There's a snap. He's got somebody.
Look at that route.
Slangs it.
Look at that route. That's something that you can't get middle school athletes to do, much less someone I guess he is a middle school, 11U. He's probably a 6th grader, maybe a 7th grader.
But this is...
He's telling Coach, give me the ball, I'm open. And they can't guard me.
And what I'm saying is for this QB, you got to just simplify it a little bit. Stop making him make these super long throws where he's got to make a bunch of reads. Give him a throw where he just got to put some arm strength in behind it. Let him use that rocket like he did in that last play. Here we go. It is going to be the conversion. Tipped and missed. It is now a 13-12 game. And it is still the lead. Is it 13-13, right? I was going to say, I thought it was 13-13. It's going to be a tie game, 13-13.
I did not see that coming. Not at half. I didn't see the game tie.
Not the way the game started.
Right.
Not the way you start the game with a pick six and the next play is an interception. But you definitely didn't think you thought in the beginning this could be a blowout.
And you see there a dropped interception by All Out resulted in the Raiders maintaining possession, and they score. You never want to see that as a defender, especially the easy ones. And you kind of feel for them because that's something you think about for a long time. But the Raiders come out with the ball, tied 13-13. They'll be going with the wind, knowing that their quarterbacks have pretty strong arms right now.
Well, the wind's kind of died down a little bit too.
Somewhat, but there is a slight wind blowing, and they're with that.
Yeah. Is the wind not going right to left?
It's kind of going at an angle.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was to the back. 'Cause I'm looking at the flags on the right side. That gives me an
Looks
idea
like they're going in different directions, right?
So, like, the flags on the right are going from right to left to show that wind. It doesn't look like the wind is at their back. So it looks like it's actually just a crosswind. But when they've been throwing the ball, I haven't seen any real movement on it. So I think it's maybe not as big of an issue for them.
We certainly hope not. Because what we've been able to witness so far has been some really good football from two really good teams.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? Why do the Raiders have the ball?
They start off with this.
Halftime just happened, and it just I was like, wait, what happened here? I just missed halftime.
We're having such a good time, you didn't even know
I didn't even know
halftime.
it was halftime. So Raiders with the ball again. There was a penalty. Was that a false start? All right, so it's going to be second down and half. There's the handoff, and that's going to be a quick pass over to the left, up the sideline. And it's going to now be third down and half for the Raiders, looking to take their first lead of the game after throwing a interception on the first play and then another interception the next time they tried to throw the ball.
Looks like 34 has definitely taken some reps at quarterback before, or maybe their second option at quarterback, because he's thrown some really good passes to wide open receivers, but making some people miss and getting his feet underneath him and completing some really nice passes. He's out of the game now, so
we know what's going to happen. This is number 3. Can he just make and get it to one of his receivers short, just like that? Give him some confidence.
22 has been wide open across the middle, like Julian Edelman almost.
Yeah.
And that's his third catch, coming across the middle of the field, possession-type receiver. That's a huge gain. That's a huge gain.
Yeah, it is.
So they're just outside the run zone on all outside of the field, and they're in business. So to come back from being down 2 scores to now having the opportunity to be up a score in a matter of minutes.
Right. He was just pressing it earlier. He was just trying to do too much. We've seen the championship teams have taken what the defense gives you.
You see here with 34 in the backfield.
There's a handoff, and it's not a double hand. Look, all the time in the world. He's just like, I've got all this field. What do I do with it? Going to go ahead and just take it straight up the field. I mean, he basically was running directly on the line in the middle of the field.
And for everybody watching, because he was not the initial quarterback who received the snap, he could run.
Right, but does he have to? He doesn't have to throw it either. He can just hang out.
He can do whatever he wants to do. That second fake reverse kind of held the defender. You saw it made him back up a little bit, and he had all day to throw the ball. Now you got second down, just outside the no-run zone, and an opportunity to go up 6.
And if you're all out, this is as close to a nightmare scenario as you can get, because it was looking great for you, but now your offense hasn't been able to do it, and now your defense is not working. There's that fake handoff. Going to go right back to him. Can he get one guy to miss? And he is not going to get in. It's going to be about a yard short.
It looks like there's a penalty on the play thrown in the backfield, potentially impeding the rusher.
It's going to be coming back.
Definitely against the Raiders. Looks like it was impeding the rusher. I saw Terrence making a hand signal that they got in the rusher's way. Once that rusher's lined up, they have a direct path to the quarterback, and the receivers, the referee, Terrence Tucker felt like that was impeded by the receivers. Therefore, it's a penalty.
Yeah, we're almost certainly going to see more of these crossing routes. It's what's been working, but can they get deep? That's what I'm going to see. I'd love to see a rollout to the right, give him just a straight shot to the end zone, but let him just put some arm into it.
Here we go.
He's going to roll to the left.
Watch 22.
Throw back across his body, and that's just – he takes out the road to Tampa sign.
Take that, road to Tampa.
Is that a prize? Like when you go to the baseball game and they hit like the bullseye, you get like a Frosty? So Road to Tampa sign.
Road to
Somebody
Tampa's a
fix
little
it.
red.
Hashtag Road to Tampa. Hashtag broken sign. Hashtag not fixing it.
He was looking to get the ball back to number.
Yeah, that's the turnover.
22.
Here we go. All out with the ball again. And they're going to make a short pass and get tackled right in front of the referee.
I like that. They haven't been on the field in a while.
It seems
It's
like
been
forever.
a very long time since they've been on the field. So Coach having to rally the troops. Coach Nathan Munson out of California.
All out needs to get this offense together. Without the pick six, they really haven't been able to do much. There's a fake handoff. He's going to go deep, and it looked like the all-out player was the defensive player trying to stop the Raider player from getting to that ball, and was successful at keeping the interception from happening.
Yeah, definitely a good no call on that. Good play. Nobody.
In case you're at home wondering what's going on, the Kansas City Chiefs are up 35-17.
Just like that.
Just like that. It was close. Last time we checked. And here we go. There is the fake handoff going deep. Does he have a man? He does. Oh, wait. Referee says
Out of bounds.
Okay, first of all, that is going to be that's going to be contested. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, because I am pretty sure that he got that ball and came down 1 foot. Here's the ball. Catches it 1 foot. And
he never came.
No, he never. Great call from the refs.
Great call by the ref.
Got to give him props where it's deserved. And now Raiders with the ball. Here's the handoff. He takes it back. He's going to try to go right back to the other QB, and he does. So 13-13. Raiders, second down. They're going to go ahead and huddle up here on the sidelines. They want to make sure they get it right. And time-wise, we are looking at, let's go ahead and get a call. Looks like 8 minutes. 8 minutes left in the game for the 11U championship. Chandler trying to make it all the way a comeback. 34 is going to go ahead and line up in the backfield. Gets it, fakes the handoff, sees nobody, and gets sacked almost.
Did you see that catch?
An interception.
That was like the play that wasn't. Like
Right.
The John
Yeah, that was a
Morant
waste.
dunk, that was a good catch, but a great sack.
Yes. So All Out has played the Raiders this season previously and has not been able to beat them. So they definitely thought they had their number early in the game, and now it could be all coming apart, but it is only 13-13, essentially 0-0. And Chandler, can they force All Out to blow a coverage, or will it be All Out that forces Chandler into another mistake? 34 in the shotgun, gets the hike, and he's got a rush. He's going to go right down the field, and the receiver didn't turn around.
That was an interesting play. From my perspective, it looked like it was going to be a pick six.
Easy.
I thought that would have been a pick six. So
If it would have been on point.
maybe they're lucky he didn't turn
Right,
around.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Because he kind of impeded the defender from getting there.
if he turns around, he's still not going to catch it. But if it's up higher, like where it was supposed to be, it's definitely getting intercepted. So happy to, not put as much arm into that one. And now All Out, after all of the things that have gone wrong since they took the lead, they can redeem themselves. And here's that. Oh, no. There was the quarterback making a nice pass across to his receiver, and unfortunately, the receiver drops it.
I see a lot of passes getting off to wide open receivers, but they're open early and for short gains, short flag pulls, and the rushers are not in their faces yet. They have plenty of time, and I would like to see them try and stretch the field a little bit more.
Yeah, they can make these crossing routes go a little bit deeper.
I agree.
Crossing routes don't have to be 4 yards. You can do with as much space as they're giving you. I mean, whoa! Right through the hands of a Raider defender. Now it looks like All Out is having a problem putting together any sort of offense.
It happens every game for us so far. It's as if the offenses lose their superpowers and the defenses gain
Kryptonite.
They switch it. They just flip. But again, we're talking about kids who've been battling all weekend, all year.
Lots
They're looking
of
to get
games.
a lot of games, looking to win a national championship. They're here.
Can we zoom in on his play call right here? And can we see the play?
They're here.
We've got 5 minutes left in the game, all out with the ball, needing to make something happen. And here, that ball was very close to hitting the ground, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
So another turnover on downs for the.
Oh, look at the ref.
Wow.
Referee.
Terrence is a Jet.
He tried to put on the Jets and failed miserably. Continue at your reffing job.
He's a Jets.
He's
fan.
excellent, but he's an excellent ref.
Yes, he is. Great kid.
If you can't play ref. Just kidding. Chandler with the ball. Number 3 in the shotgun. Going to go ahead and bring over the motion man, and they're going to go right up the field. Number 21 makes a move, but he juked himself out of bounds, so it doesn't help if you.
That was a good flag pull.
But again, how many times are we going to see somebody juke themselves right out of bounds? So now, second down for Chandler, trying to get a important first down with not too much time left on the clock.
Chandler will be attacking the middle of this field because as soon as this rusher leaves, there is literally nobody in the middle of the field. And I look for them to throw it to 22 coming across the middle as they're going to have to chase this center, and that rusher is just coming so fast.
All right, here we go. There is that handoff. Doesn't do the double handoff. He's got somebody in his face, going to go right back. Can he make one person miss? He does not.
Wow. He got it to 22, not in the middle, but he's been a good playmaker for them today and a good possession receiver. Looking to see what they bring on third down. Third down in about 9. Maybe we'll call it 10.
Yeah, probably about 10. Chandler, will they go with their Brett Favre, the guy who's got the arm and with 3 minutes left on the clock can maybe put together a couple plays, or are they going to go with
There'll be a handoff to 34.
34, right?
There'll be a handoff to 34.
With it all on the line, give it to 34. Let him have the option to run. There's the fake. He sees a man. Oh, very close to being a completion, but that is a drop. That's on the wide receiver, and he knows it. Hands on his head, wishing he could have that back.
Rob, that was an excellent play call. That was an excellent play call. Receiver wide open.
Knox wants it back right now.
Wide open to the left, and unfortunately wasn't able to bring it down.
And
these kids know they're within 2 minutes.
This is
they're
that
2 minutes away from a national championship. They don't want this to come down to one play.
And it looks like it's going to come down to one play because All Out has the ball. There's the hike. He's going to go ahead and look to the middle of the field, finds a receiver, and that is a completion. And another short completion for All Out. Just maybe they just want to make this the last possession of the game.
That's what it looks like. There's really no sense of urgency here.
None.
So what I anticipate them being able to do is just hope that they can get Chandler to miss a flag. If you can get him to miss a flag,
And then go take it to the house.
then you're out because All Out has a bunch of
All right, here's
speed.
that bunch formation. QB right under center. Go ahead and fakes the handoff, takes it back. Going to go right back to the center of the field. And then there's another flag pull. It's going to be third down with about maybe a yard to go for first down. And are they going to be able to dink and dunk their way down the field?
I don't know. I don't know if they'll be patient enough. I think they have the athletes they feel to stretch the field some, and they're putting out one of the taller athletes there. I look for them to go to the center to the right.
They're going to go ahead and move it over. Rusher is in his face, pushes it down. Oh, there it is! And a diving flag pull, but that is a first down, but he saved the touchdown.
That could potentially be the play of the game.
Here we go. Let's take a look
On
at
both
the replay.
sides. On both sides. Watch the quarterback take the snap, scramble left. Oh, it's not there. Let me
Look, here's
scramble
the pass
right.
rusher, and he's going to close on him, but doesn't get there. Makes a move, and look at that flag pull.
But to have the wherewithal to roll and scramble
1
with the
minute
quarterback
left.
and come back to him, that's huge. So 1 minute left, 8 yards to go for a national championship.
You know, it's funny. I was going to say, maybe what if you just let him score right there and you get the ball back? Because now, if on first down, they still have one timeout left for Raiders. You give me the crossing route real fast. Nope, they're going to run it. Makes that man miss. That's a touchdown for All Out.
That was a gutsy play call there. I guess you
Right?
really had nothing to lose,
what I
but you don't want to waste those plays.
Well, I was saying that I was going to say maybe you just do a run play just to get that clock going. And if you don't score, it's fine, right? And then there's the handoff, but he does score, makes that move, and makes, like you said, make a man miss a flag.
That's it.
And this conversion is insanely important.
Just like the touchdown.
Here we go, taking it, and easy money to number 20. Now, 20-7. And I'm telling you right now, the
Number
Raiders, if they go down and get this touchdown, what are you doing? Are you going to go for one? Or are you going to go for two?
I like to play it safe. I want to keep my offense on the field. I'm going for the tie and seeing if we can extend this game some.
I have not seen anything consistent from the Raiders. So I think if you end up scoring, you just say, right now they got 49 seconds on the clock.
They can do it.
And easily can get there. But you go for two. You don't try to make this defense run it back. They're tired. Just are we going to get the gunslinger? Who are we getting? Who are we getting at QB? Is it going to be number 3, the gunslinger? It is. Little Brett Favre back there. He's going to bring his guy over, and he's going to fake that handoff. There's the pass rush. He's going to go right. Oh, man, that's on the receiver there. Little bit low, but when there's less than a minute left, you got to make that.
You got to bring those down. You again, they're 11 years old.
Right.
And we're here.
I don't want to be too hard
And
on
we're
my
here
guys.
upstairs.
Grown men
Right.
telling 11-year-olds, if the ball hits your hands, you need to catch it.
But
you know?
he would tell you. He
Yeah.
wishes he caught
Yeah.
that pass. He catch that pass.
Yeah, and I like the decision to go with the guy with the big arm, see what he can do, because
They're coming to 17 here. You've got to get your playmaker involved. So a post or a corner here.
all right, here's the pass rush. He's going to go
There's the
deep.
post.
Oh, there it is. You called it.
Oh, he got him down.
That's definitely going to be a penalty.
That was not that was a smart play defensively, but not something you expect to see in flag football.
Right, here we go. Let's take a look at this play really fast.
But you
There's
see
the man in
him
motion.
going straight up the seam.
And you said it.
The safety's waiting on him. He's waiting on him. But if he does not pull him down here,
It's gone.
it's a touchdown because he did not go for the flag. He did not
You're trying to go
flag.
for the ball, and that doesn't work.
Right.
Because in flag, you can't strip it.
You're absolutely right. It's in that situation, and luckily everybody's okay. But Chandler has the ball with an opportunity to win this
How
football
much
game.
time do we have left, ref? Let's see real quick. Let's do a quick check and see how much. What's it going to be?
Looks like
37 seconds.
37 seconds. They're running with the pro clock in these last 37 seconds. So an incomplete pass would
We'll stop it.
We'll stop the
All
clock.
right, number 3 in the shotgun. Going to get the snap. Here's the pass rush. He's looking deep. He's got a man. There it is. That's why you go with the gunslinger. That's why you go with the guy with the big arm, because he can make throws like that. He only has to get hot for a couple plays, and he did it.
That was an outstanding throw. Look at this throw here. To have the presence of mind right in the middle of the field. Looks right, throws back left, right to the back of the end zone.
All right. Are they going to go for 2?
They're going for 1. They're playing it smart.
No.
This is the same kid who dropped the pass earlier. Throw that ball the way that he threw that.
Come on, guys. Just change it. Go back. Go for 2. Win the championship now.
I'm telling you, you go for 1. Tie this thing up. And battle it out.
And they bring in the other, number 34. Their accuracy man. He's got a guy. Oh, it's up! Knocks it down! And that is probably going to be game.
You go to your playmaker who's been making plays for you.
Listen,
unfortunately.
Let me tell you why you go for 2. It gives you more space. And if you miss, the thing is that if you miss, you're going to lose either way. I would rather just give me the chance to win right now. Give me extra space. Give me my guy who can just chuck that ball in there and run a slant route where I can do a little bit more. And unfortunately, it is not going to work out. All out. Playing.
Time is out.
All the way out. And I believe that is going to be all they wrote for the 11U National Championship. It will end up being all
was
out.
A great game. Two teams.
That is the game. All right. I'm thinking so. There it is. They've called it. It is going to be 20-19 in favor of your 11U National Flag Football Championships, all out.
What a game. What a game. The coach had a decision to make. He made the decision I would have made, went for one. Unfortunately, it did not work for the Chandler Raiders after coming back on a miraculous touchdown catch, and you go all the way back home thinking about that.
Look, all I have to think about is we started this game with a pick six. We got the ball back through another interception.
Wow.
And came within a couple inches of winning this game. And remember, All Out hasn't been able to beat this Raiders team.
Well,
and they do it in the national finals.
If you want to pick a time to beat somebody, this is the time you want to do it. And you feel bad for the Raiders players, but in this game, we got winners and we got losers. And unfortunately, the Raiders came in on the short end of the stick.
And Chandler knows that this is a game that they could have won. They know that this is a game that they had every opportunity in the world, and it just didn't work out this time, and that happens. And I think for number 3, he's going to go back in the offseason and start working on his accuracy, working on his reads, because he's going to remember this as a kid. He's going to be like, I remember I went to Florida, and I threw a pick six in a national championship game, and then I threw another interception, and I don't want that feeling.
Not at all.
But because he redeemed himself at the end.
No reason to hang his head.
Right.
Threw some great passes.
Because his team, when they needed a touchdown, and it was all on the line, they went back to him, and he made a spot-on throw.
You know the nerves you have to make that throw?
I mean, to make that throw, and it wasn't like he was by himself. There was still a defender there. It had to be in the right place. And he dropped it in there, and they just didn't get the conversion. And that's going to happen. So we are going to eventually bring it down to Autumn, who's going to be talking with our 11U champions all out.
Wait, this one that just
and
went,
you can see a little kid
now?
about to try to run on the field, gets tackled by his parents. And there's Autumn down there reading our text messages. We're telling her how awesome she is. Our video guy, you can see him on his phone playing Pokemon. It seems like a great time for Pokemon. And we're all having a good time here in Florida. It's been just an amazing experience for everybody involved. And we have only one more game before the 2020 National Flag Football Championships are a wrap. So we will be bringing the team by and getting this interview shortly. You can see them filing in right now. And you can see they're very, very happy. So we are ready to go down to Autumn with our national championship winner all out.
We are live out here at the National Flag Football Championships. We are winding down our day. We have our 11U champions here, all out from California. How does it feel to come all this way and have yet another championship win?
It felt good. It's all about these kids, okay? We travel a lot, and it's all about them.
And I heard you mentioning that they've won other championships. This is how many for them now?
Well, this is our third time here, and it was third championship.
So they won in the division? All right, boys, how does it feel to come back and be a champion year after year after year?
It feels great. You know, we had something to prove. We had to make those predictions be wrong. You know, we just proved something today that we could win 3 times in a row.
Now, how did it feel out on the field for you today?
It felt really exciting and, you know, just intense.
It was definitely an intense game as it got there towards the end. I saw a few of you closing your eyes, looking up at the scoreboard. What were your feelings as it got to the end and it was so close?
My feelings when it was like close was that we just got to make a play, and we made a play at the goal line that ended it off, and we just took home the W back to California.
Now, when you guys go out there on the field, obviously your ultimate goal is to win the game. But what's something that you feel you have to take out there with you besides just wanting to win?
Heart, dog. We brought heart out today. We played our butts off, played all the way to the end, and we kept fighting.
Great. Now, there's a lot of young athletes out there that maybe haven't tried flag football. If you could tell them one thing about the game, why you play and why they should, what would it be?
I would tell them to play because it's a really fun sport, and I started when I was 6, and I loved the sport right when I started. It was incredible.
So you guys have 3 championship wins under your belt. What are you thinking about next year? Are you guys coming back?
Yep. We're going to win again.
All right, all the best to you guys. Congratulations. You guys have a chant you could do?
Yeah!